Today, I'm going to talk about Rashmi Narzary's Bloodstone, gender rating of Rashmi Narzary's Bloodstone, Legend of the Last Engraving. So, Rashmi Narzary is a Saito Academy awardee. So, she was awarded Saito Academy for her works His Share of the Sky in the category of children literature. So, Rashmi Narzary's Bloodstone Design of the Last Engraving is her latest publication. So, this book, Bloodstone Design of the Last Engraving, is based on the Kamaika temple that is situated at Nilasal Hill, Kamrupa, Guwahati. So, she has mixed myth, legend, oral tradition, and uh, her imagination and gave the form of a fiction. So the story of Kamaika temple is retold with fine blending of these elements. So many oral traditions have been transcribed or used as the framework uh, to shape the uh, book. So the place lore about the origin of Kamaika has been blended with authors' imagination and observation. So we find here the main characters are the main female characters are here Dakshayani, Shiva's consort, then Amba, Dakshayani's friend, who engraves Dakshayani's image, then Kashori Devi, Kuntal's mother, mother-in-law of Bhairavi, then Bhairavi, Kuntal's wife, then Parvati, daughter of Kuntal and Bhairavi, then Purvi Mai, Amba's mother. So what you we find here in this book is the depiction, strong depiction of the female character. So here, the marginalization or the discrimination or the harassment of the women comes not only from the female counterpart or from the patriarchal society, but at the same time, it comes from the female themselves. So the legend or the oral tradition that is used by Rashmi Narzary in her book is the oral tradition that is about Shiva's consort, Dakshayani, how Dakshayani was humiliated, and how Shiva was in great grief, and how he took the dead body of Dakshayani and roamed around the world, and how the uh, dead body of Dakshayani that is cut by Vishnu's disc or chakra is dismantled or it fell down in the different parts of the world. So here, uh, as King Daksha did not approve the marriage between Shiva and Dakshayani, he organized a big yaga. So in that yaga, uh, uh, Shiva was not invited, but Dakshayani came in the yaga. In that yaga, uh, that the honorable persons were invited except Shiva. So uh, in front of the dignitaries, King Daksha started humiliation or using bad words of Shiva, and Dakshayani could not tolerate the humiliation or the bad words used against her husband Shiva. That is why the fire uh, engulfed within herself, and she died. So who is the responsible here for the suffering of Dakshani? So when we see, then it is a patriarchal society that is responsible. King Daksha, he humiliated uh, Dakshayani in front of the dignitaries. So here, Dakshayani was not given the chance of free choice because she was in love with Shiva, but that love for her for Shiva is not approved by King Daksha, and that is how it leads to the tragic death of Dakshayani. So when Shiva came to know about the date or the humiliation of Dakshani, she was he was in great grief, and he took the dead body of Dakshani on her shoulder, and in a great race he roamed around the world, and god and goddesses in the heaven that discuss about the activity of uh, Shiva, and uh, uh, the Vishnu, he decided to cut down in the pieces. He decided to dismantle the dead body of Daksani with his disc, that is chakra, because they thought if Shiva continued to roam around the world with that dead body of Dakshani, then there will be chaotic situation around the world, and that is how the different place or the body parts of Dakshani fell down in the different parts of the world, that is cut by Vishnu's disc. So in the myth, it is told that it is informed that wherever the body parts of Dakshani fell down, the shrine, the temple, it emerged. So in the Kamaika also emerged in such a way. On the Nilasal hill of Kamrupa, the genital, female genital of Dakshani, it fell down there. And that is how the Kamaika shrine, the Kamaika temple, it emerged. So uh, Rashmi Narzary has used that myth regarding the origin of Kamaika temple, and she aided her imagination. So the story, the fiction, it is set in Nepal. So there is a place, Tilivam, where uh, Emba and Daksani, they used to play during their childhood.